Today I want to talk about Marvel and why they are better at creating the cinematic universe than DC are. Why they are usually better these days at making films than DC. And that is for one simple reason. Their movies are fun. They take more time and care into their movies. Like the cinematic universe, that didn't just happen overnight. It took time. It started with the original Iron Man, then it built its way up gradually with Iron Man 2, Thor, Captain America, and I believe I think that was all the movies for the stage one, and then Avengers came out. Then of course we had Iron Man 3, Captain America 2, The Winter Soldier, and of course Thor 2 again, and again Avengers 2, and now it's going to continue again. They do it in stages, and it's very well done how they did it, because the movies before the first Avengers introduced us to the characters. It gave us an idea of what their ideals are, what their motivations are in life. Perfect. Problem with DC, I'm talking with their cinematic universe that they're making right now with Superman. Right, Superman is arguably the most iconic hero of all time, and I know there's a lot of claims that he's boring, and there are times that he can be betrayed, but it depends on the person betraying him. And here's the thing: he can be an interesting character. Like for example, I mean, most heroes usually become heroes because something tragic happens to them and all that. And while something bad happens to Superman, his family, and his whole planet got blown up, he still has superpowers. He still has a loving family on Earth. But he chooses to become a hero because he believes in doing the right thing, which is a very admirable quality. But here's the thing. Right, this isn't me like dissing Man of Steel or Batman vs Superman. They're good movies and that. The problem I have with it is that they're going too fast. They're not giving us enough time to develop the characters. Like Batman vs Superman, I feel like it was way too soon to have this, because you introduced not only Batman but Wonder Woman, and then you also give us hints of Flash, Aquaman, Cyborg, and that was it. Those three. I mean, that's a lot to throw in on a second movie. Instead, they should have at least done as a sequel to Man of Steel. Maybe just give hints that Batman's around, then have Batman vs Superman come perhaps third. Batman vs Superman is not just a sequel to any movie. It is a big event. It is the two most iconic heroes ever going face to face, doing battle. And honestly, I enjoyed the movie to an extent, but there's a lot. I mean, we're probably not going to have Batman vs Superman on the big screen with that budget again, at least in my lifetime and in many of our lifetimes. And when you think about that, it's really annoying that they screwed it up as much as they did. I mean, Batman vs Superman is a thing people have been dying to see on the big screen for years, and when they finally do it, it's a bit of a hot mess. It's just a bit of a mess. But I'm not here talking about Batman vs Superman. I'm talking about their cinematic universe, DC's cinematic universe. They're going way too fast. Now, I like that they're having a movie for Aquaman, Flash, and all them separate. Good. Why couldn't you have done that with like Wonder Woman, and you just throw your own Batman movie before you have Batman versus Superman? And then there's the thing about Doomsday. If you're going to have Superman die, don't have it in the second movie he's in. You build that up. That's a big scene. It's Superman dying. I mean, I feel like they rushed a lot, and it's obvious to see. I mean, there's a lot of things just being rushed, and now they want to throw all this in. And see, Marvel have built up for years now. They have done it for years. I know they're only just starting to add in the more kind of far out kind of characters, like they recently, last year, did Guardians of the Galaxy. Cool. They're going to make a second one of them. Then they're going to introduce Doctor Strange, Captain Marvel, the Inhumans, and all that's coming. Black Panther, because they had enough time to set up the basic heroes first. The heroes everyone knows, such as Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Hulk. We've gotten to grips with them because we've seen them in the movies, and we've seen them. Besides Hulk, we've seen most of the heroes in at least 2 movies. And of course the Avengers, we've seen them work together twice as a unit. So we know what they're like, we know how they are to each other. And now they're moving on to their third stage with Thanos. And it's good. They're doing a nice steady pace. We know what they want to do. We can kind of predict where they're going. It's going to be... The thing I like with their cinematic universe as well is that It's fun, it can be funny, there's humour, it's a great time, but they can also do serious very well. But they don't go too serious where it gets really dark. There are some moments, but it doesn't get like really depressing, because at the end of the day, this is a comic book it's based on. Like, these are comic book heroes, and there's always an essence of fun despite how dark things are. And Marvel have found the right balance. DC, unfortunately, haven't found that balance yet. I like dark movies, but with dark movies, you have to, especially with more serious movies, you need to develop your characters more, because they can't rely on humour just to pass it by. And I have hope. I'm not saying the DC Cinematic Universe is gone, there's no hope for it yet. Suicide Squad looks great. That seems like a good balance, and that looks really good. I'm not saying all the movies have to be that funny, but it has a nice balance. I'm hoping that the following movies coming, like Jordan, the Wonder Woman movie, Aquaman, I hope these movies take more time to develop their characters, and they kind of just slow the pace down a little on developing the DC Cinematic Universe from this point on. Because I do want to say, like, who doesn't want to see all these DC heroes come to life on the big screen in epic ways? We all want to see it. No one is sitting there at home saying, "Do you know what, I couldn't really care less." A lot of people, especially fans, comic book fans, want to see it. Even if you have the most die-hard Marvel fan, they would still love to see a Justice League movie. And hell, it'd make great competition for Marvel, because then Marvel would even have to up their game even more, because DC are doing such a good job. And it would just, competition is great for everyone, because companies have to innovate in wherever they're making. In this case, their movies. And I think that's all I wanted to talk about this topic. It was just a video really describing my thoughts about the cinematic universes of both Marvel and DC. And basically, I just hope that they both I just hope they both get really good at one point. Marvel are doing really well. I hope DC gets to that level, because all we want is for even more epic superhero movies. That's all I want to say. Thank you, and I'll see you there.